Daniela. It says Joel 2 verse 1, it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is nigh at hand. What's that? Yes, the answers are marked.
No, but I'm looking for that.
Yeah, it said blow the trumpet in Zion and song that alarm in my holy mountain, and that is the trumpet that is our song that we singing for these people here through our trumpet. Song an alarm. What alarm does do to you? Alert you. And they alert you, it's time to get up. And watch it's spiritual too, because scriptures say Romans 13:10. I don't want to misquote it.
Okay, this is book of Romans 13 and 10. It reads, love worketh no ill.
No. So like 10, 13.
When it say
Nah, it's 11. So like verse 11. 13, 11.
right, 13, 11.
Grand.
Can and that knowing that the time, so I can read it over, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to wake out of sleep.
Can, and what alarm does do you? So it's time to get out of sleep. It's time to wake up. In Joel say, song that alarm in my holy mountain, it's time to fucking wake up. You understand? It says, and let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. Why? Because you're hearing bad things going to happen. For the day of Yahweh cometh, it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread out upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There had not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So this destruction coming here, it never had it before, neither will it have it after. Okay, and have peace in the kingdom. So all the bad things, all the world wars and things you hear about, and the sacking of Jerusalem and all these things, the famine in Syria, where they're buying cow, where they're buying pigeon dung, and when women eating the babies, all these things can't compare to the time coming. No matter how bizarre, how strange it might sound, it cannot compare to the time that's coming. This time gonna be the ultimate time. Understand?
You read Jeremiah 28, right?
Done.
Jeremiah 28, the prophets that have been before me and before the of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and pestilence.
Yeah, and that we be doing, prophesying against the kingdoms. Why? Because our wicked kingdom we living in. If it was a righteous kingdom, well, we could prophesy against righteousness. We can't prophesy against righteousness. We could prophesy against wickedness too. Understand? The scripture says the eyes of the Lord are upon a sinful kingdom to destroy it out of the face of the earth. Understand? So that is what we're doing. Prophesying against wickedness. Understand? And then you have your pastors and your priests coming together, Muslim, Catholic, Pentecostal, Hindu, coming together for a day for the nation to pray to all these different fucking idols, because not one of them had the true God worshipping. And they said they go and pray for peace. They can't pray for peace because peace is not going to come. The scripture says pray for a few days. If you're praying for a few days, you're praying for destruction. But they're praying for many generations to come. You understand? They're doing opposite to what the Most High tell them to do. So that we know that these men can never be the men of the Most High. If you examine them, they can never be the men of the Most High. You understand? Go ahead.
Get one more verse, or you don't need.
Yeah, the prophet was prophesied of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord had truly sent him.
Can.
So,
Yeah, you got it.
So when prophecy come to pass, then then they will say, hey, yeah boy, they really prophets among us, Them fellas was really seeing that boy. Wait, but in that time that would be too late. It done happened already. Right? It didn't heed the warning. Right? That is the importance of prophesying, The importance of prophesying is bringing warning to the people. Right?
And the Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy.
The spirit of prophecy. Right? And the spirit of Yahushai. That is the spirit that will come out in these last days. To tell the people, hey, it's high time to wake out and sleep. That's all right? Go ahead.
Last me something.
In Matthew chapter 9 and verse 24. So like Matthew chapter 9 and verse 22. And Yahushua turned about, and when he saw her, he said, 22 and 9, so like Matthew chapter 22 and verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So the servant went into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good. And the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came to see the guests, he saw the man which had not a wedding garment. And he said unto him, Fine friend, for camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless.
And he still call him friend. And he call him friend. Say, hey, where your garment? And that's not talking about the literal garment. I think that is used that I see that the love that scripture is love to use that. Not talking about the literal garment.
But he pointed out in verse 9, go therefore into the highways. Because that's what we had to do. Go and prophesy out there in the highways and edges. Because they will find wisdom. You wouldn't find wisdom. And you wouldn't find these knowledge.
This knowledge,
in the church. You'll find it in the streets. As Proverbs.
But that is exactly what we're doing. We say better as many. We find the marriage. And the marriage is the marriage between whom? The bride, the man and the bride. The church is Lord Yahushai and Israel. So we want people and we invite them. We get invited to the marriage. Understand? And we gonna be a part of the marriage. Understand? When she tell a man you have one wedding garment, what I representing? I represent the knowledge. Scripture says the garment is the righteousness of the saints. Understand? Especially that white garment representing purity. And if you don't have this, if you're not washed by the blood of Yahushai, if you're not cleansed by the word, you're not gonna have that pureness in you.
Yeah, because it's in that time wisdom and knowledge can be stability, at that time. That's how men go make it.
So you have to be prepared. The bride, you have to be prepared for the bridegroom. And basically when the bridegroom comes, he coming to find a bride without blemish and without spot. He coming to find she pure.
Can.
Yeah, in Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20, wisdom cried out. She had a voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concourse. In the opening of the gates in the city, she uttered her words.
Seeing what?
Seeing how long ye simple ones who love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning.
How long you love to just walk up and down the streets and just, you know what I mean, just floating around, just drinking a beer, just having fun. How long? When you gonna wake up? You know what I mean, talking to Israel. The simple ones, you know.
Let's bring this
When
back.
you gonna realize that, hey, this economy, it coming down, crashing. When you gonna realize it's time to get, hey, look, they're going and started to vaccinate everybody. You know what's going to happen? People going to start lose jobs because it have a lot of people who say they're not taking that vaccination. Right?
The Proverbs 8 and verse 1, that not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice.
Mm-hmm.
She standeth at the top high places, by the way in the places of the paths.
Mm-hmm.
She cried at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors.
At the chief concourse where everybody, you know, like a marketplace where everybody passing, you know, where everybody, they open, they can hear the word.
Yeah, so that's why we just go, they prophesy in these places, so
Right?
we could, you know,
Right.
bid many to come into the marriage.
Uh,
He said go out in the highways, and as many as you find, bring them in.
God, the scripture say my sheep hear my voice. So that's how this work. You know what I mean? That anybody gonna get it and come in. But we supposed to sound the alarm for the people to hear. How you expect the elect to hear? When the elect hear, they're going to hear it and they're going to come in. They're going to say, hey, yeah, this is the way we go walk in it. Right?
So kind of like basically the God willing, this was edifying lesson. And give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Akakodash. The all honor the apostle and elders at Great Millstone, our teachers have shown you well. Peace, love, blessing to Yakim among the four corners of the earth. That doing this good gospel and all sincerity and truth. Right? Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. What love about?